In order to find the slope of the line, you're just looking for the change in how much it rises, the change in how much it goes up, over the run, how much it goes over. Now, when you're doing the assignment on delta math, you have to be very careful in that a lot of these points are actually fractions. Like this point right here is actually a fraction. It's in between -9 and -8. So for the purposes of calculating the slope of your line, it's not going to be particularly helpful. You want to look for points where it's actually on two whole numbers. This point, for example, is exactly on the point -2, comma, -9, because we went over -2 and we went down -9. I'm going to go ahead and put a dot there because that's one of my starting points. Now when I'm looking for my finishing point, I'm looking for something else that is perfectly on the line. So if I notice here, this point also looks like he's perfectly on the line. So I'm going to go ahead and go up 1, click again to go over 3. 1, 2, 3. You're counting the spaces in between. Now, just because sometimes these slopes can be a little finicky with fractions, go ahead and double check that your slope works from there. We go up 1 over 1, 2, 3 still works. Up 1 over 1, 2, 3 still works. So when submitting my answer, I'm going to do that it's up 1 divided by 3. Now, in order to make that division sign, I just clicked on the slash on my keyboard or the question mark. If you're on a phone, there should be a calculator that comes up that allows you to make that fraction. Now, before I submit my answer, I need to ask myself, is this a positive or a negative slope? Well, if I were to write my name on top of the line, if I were to walk on top of the line from left to right, I would be sloping uphill. I would be walking uphill. That makes it a positive slope. So I'll go ahead and submit my answer, say yes, and it was right, up 1 over 3 positive slope. And if you get it wrong, it's going to tell you exactly how you got it wrong up here. Now, a lot of you guys have been submitting to me that you got it wrong because you didn't actually make your triangle, even though your slope is right. If that happens to you, I'll be happy to give you the point back, but just go ahead and make the triangle. Make less work for yourself. They're just wanting you to know that you know exactly how to get it. Now, if I go to the next problem, now before I go ahead and do this, is it positive or negative slope? Definitely a negative slope because it's sloping downwards. Now, no matter what, you do have to simplify your answer. So I'm going to show you what I mean here. Let's say I wanted to pick on the point 6 and the point 8 because these are really easy points on my x and y axis that I already notice are whole numbers. So I'm going to start from this point. I'm going to go ahead and go up 8 and then I'll go over 6. So I already said it was a negative slope, so I throw in my negative number. And then I said I went up 8 over 6. Now this fraction is not simplified. If you want, there are plenty of online calculators that will simplify fractions for you if you really don't feel like thinking. However, we can think through this. Is there a number that goes into both 8 and 6? 2 goes into both 8 and 6, so we can go ahead and divide both by 2. 8 divided by 2 gives me 4. 6 divided by 2 gives me 3. Make your 4th grade teacher happy. I go in ahead and know that it's -4 over 3. Submit my answer. Yes. And it should be correct. Now I forgot to go ahead and double check my work, but again, I could easily check going up 1, 2, 3, 4 over 1, 2, 3. Hope this helps. Good luck. I'm sure you will all do very well as we also went over this in class. Feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions.